Hi gamers, I'm Shadeslayer. Here are the results from day 2 of the PFGEsports Teamfight Tactics Tournament. The results have been adjusted in matches where all 8 registered players couldn't participate. Match 1, McLaren finished first and Ambika21 finished second. Match 2, X-Abi finished first and Shakespeare here finished second. Match 3, Haymaker 14 finished first and Jolly Kid finished second. Match 4, Mates finished first and Uni1 finished second. Match 5, Ripcord Dead finished first and Faki Baz finished second. Match 6, GM104 finished first and Lone Wolf 1 finished second. Match 7, Leopard is Cracked finished first and the GrandFather finished second. Match 8, T1 the Shy finished first and Captain Wu finished second. Match 9, Atty Rockstar finished first and Swaggy Buntu finished second. Match 10, Jagged Katana finished first and Shrub Bubs finished second. Match 11, Neo Le Grande finished first and Arcane X02 finished second. Match 12, Set finished first and Ganesh 8888 finished second. Match 13, Sahil finished first and Preddy finished second. Match 14, Zuzu 10 finished first and Kamura finished second. Match 15, Abdo Rising finished first and Reaper Mode finished second. Match 16, Fuloth finished first and 29% finished second. Hey everyone, joining me today is Gaurav, aka the GrandFather. What's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, Kiran. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is in IRL Gaurav Ayya, and I'm born in Mumbai. I was raised in Singapore, and I'm back in Mumbai. I came back to Mumbai to study, and I stayed for the employment. So that's why I'm here right now. And yeah, I was a TFT. Sorry, I was a League of Legends player back in the day, and now I play TFT almost exclusively.
Awesome, man. Before we go ahead and jump into that story, why the name the GrandFather?
Well, that goes back to League of Legends days, where the only champion I could play, I mean, I liked playing, was Zillion, who looks super duper old because he's a zillion years old. And I love playing support as Zillion because with his ultimate, which is the revive, the time lapse, I mean, it's a revive basically. You can just make someone come back alive. I just loved controlling that clutch thing about a game, and I just kept playing him to the point where, like, if you know mastery, how much mastery you can get in League of Legends. I got like 1.9 million on him right now, currently, which is like thousands of games just playing the same champ.
Wow.
So at one point I decided, you know what, I'm going to change my name. I'm going to brand myself as a Zillion player, which turned out to be a horrible mistake when Clash came out and people could see what you play. So whenever I played with my main on League of Legends, everyone saw that I played 1.9 million of Zillion, and he was automatically banned every game that I played in Clash. So that ended my League of Legends days.
Oh, well, rip, man. Okay, coming back to TFT, how did you get into playing the game? I do know for a fact that you've started with League of Legends. How did that transition happen?
Well, basically, climbing in League of Legends was super duper difficult. One, because of how far away we are, and it's difficult to get good ping. So we don't have the same advantage as Garena players, who are the the pros in India. That's where they play. on the Garena because that's a much better ping. Unfortunately, I use a Mac, so I don't have access to the Garena software.
Right.
I'm not a Windows user.
Mm-hmm.
So the only option I had was staying in EU West and playing the game. So when TFT did come out, it was part of the league client. I didn't have to download anything special for it. It was like get it free.
Mm-hmm.
So I checked it out, and I realized that ping had nothing to do with it. You couldn't have trollers in your game or people who would just AFK and like bring you down. That only brought you up if someone AFK. So I thought like, wow, this really, I think everyone plays game for a sense of self-worth, like winning gives you so much of that feeling. And in TFT, since it's all on you and it's not on any teammate, it's like a good feeling to win in TFT. So I enjoyed shifting over there because ping didn't matter and I did not have any trollers on my team. I was the only troller on my team. So that was good.
Yeah, by the way, we did get to chat with a close friend of yours, Prof, yesterday, and he did mention how the two of you go way back, pretty much to when you guys started playing TFT together, League of Legends first together, and then transitioned to TFT, and you've had a very long grind ever since. Tell us a little bit more about how just having a friendly competition between yourselves helped you grow as an individual in the game.
I think TFT is like for any gamer who does play League of Legends, TFT would maybe seem like for a for fun game, like not a competitive esport or anything like that, because it's all cute characters and your APM doesn't, like, your actions per minute don't matter that much, like how fast you are with things and everything. I mean, it does matter to an extent, but it's like the skill level of that needs to be much, much lower to be like really good at it. So, I mean, it's more of a for fun game, but having like a friendly rivalry or competition, it really, did motivate us to try beat each other. It gave us, like something bad to say about each other, like, oh, dude, how's Silver looking over there? It's looking pretty bad, like things like that. It's just a lot of fun, and it's especially the thing is that it's a 8, like it's not just a 0 and 1 binary game. There's like first to 8 in any game, so there's different amounts you can be better than someone at. Like if you're playing in a same game, like if someone comes 8th and you come first, it's crushing it. You both come 5th, 6th, it's like you both are on the same losing team kind of, and playing with someone and winning top 4 with them, that's also, great. It's like someone comes 2nd, someone comes 3rd, everyone's happy, even someone is beating someone else. Indeed, so man. I mean, having that rivalry really pushed both of us to play a lot more than we might have if we didn't have that rivalry, because we would be just happy. It would have made us complacent. Oh, we never reached gold in solo queue, so in TFT we've reached gold. Oh, we're satisfied. Like what's there to like fight about or like anything? But because we had a rivalry, who can be better? We reach gold. Next thing we want is plat. We reach plat. Next thing we want is diamond. Yep. And now like we both are trying to get like masters. And then it came to like a realization that like if you can actually go to masters in a game like this, then especially now that Riot is coming out with another like world championship for TFT, like who knows? Like, everything is maybe not this year, but like we can even go to a world championship for TFT, which is crazy.
You never really know.
Which is something we didn't have any chance of doing in League of Legends because of our ping. I can't shift to Europe now. Like it's too late in my life. So yeah, definitely. So
awesome, man.
Rivalry always helps. I mean, that's why if you look in economics, private sector does better than public sector. There's more reason to improve because otherwise you're left behind. There's no reason to get complacent.
Indeed, man. Also, when I did have a chat with the Orion TFT as well as Prof yesterday, both of them did mention about the Indian TFT community also being very active on Discord, where we did have, they mentioned about a lot of professional players actually streaming their gameplay, so a lot of the newcomers can understand and pick up TFT very quickly. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. First of all, I wouldn't say professional. I'd just say veteran,
right?
Because I mean, TFT itself is so nascent. I mean, Paytm is actually giving us our first chance to become professional by like helping us like earn money, I guess. But it's quite nascent. So like veteran players who played set 1, set 2, set 3. Yes, actually, this all started, if I'm not mistaken, because of another player in our community called Dandis,
Yes.
and and the tournament we had where there were 8 groups with 8 captains. He was one of the captains, and what I heard was him and his team used to have like normals to practice with
Yep.
at 10:30 at night,
Mm-hmm.
and they were on Discord talking and everything. And the whole point of joining the community in the first place is to get to know other people, make the game more fun, and build more rivalries. And if you
Definitely.
do achieve something, have someone to share it with. Like I can't be calling my dad, be like, "Dad, I'm flat," or like he won't understand.
Indeed.
So, to talk to people. So. I think he was the first one who was maybe streaming his games, and he is a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of inspired people like me, Adrian, um, to actually like stream our games as well. And in the process, what we realized is the best way to learn is by teaching. Because when you
Right.
actually voice out your reasonings, why you're doing things, you are probably going to play a better game. You're not going to make as many mistakes.
For sure.
So we just took it as an opportunity to get better by showing what we know. And at the same time, while professionals were streaming, there were professionals watching, telling us what we were doing wrong.
Correct.
So uh, it was like a two-way thing. There were active discussions like, no, but I don't need a 3-star so and so. I can level up. Forget it. Or like, no, that's your win condition. This. So it was like a healthy discussion during games. Um, so I think that's really, really good for the community. You get to know how other people play. You get to know who the other people are. You get to learn something. You even get to have your own voice. That's a great thing, because when streaming, we don't mute everyone. Like,
Indeed.
we let people talk. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
A lot of fun indeed, man. So we now know how gamers today can go out and kind of catch up on TFT very quickly. When you started playing TFT, how did you go about basically learning? I did know Prof mentioned that he was watching a lot of streamers online, both
Yeah.
international and some local as well if they were there. So what was your strategy?
So, actually, initially, the game was quite easy to pick up for me because it was League of Legends. Like the characters were bases on League of
Right.
Legends, right? And in the start, I refused to watch any video or any kind of guide because I was like, this is all about brains, and I want to use my brains to like come up with the best thing. And that's why I struggled a lot in set 1 and set 2. I didn't really go forward because I was refusing to take help
Right.
from people who have already figured this thing out, what to do, what not to do. And like that's how, so I kind of learned how a baby learns to walk. I just fell a lot. And so, but eventually I saw that Prof was doing much better in his games and he was surpassing me. And that inner rivalry was like, oh my God, is it, do I need performance enhancing videos to get better? Am I like that much less of a man? Oh my God. But oh my God, like the videos on YouTube, how these people explain it. Okay, yes, for TFT itself, it does help you understand it better.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of thinking, I feel a good TFT player will have better clarity in their thought, just how to think.
Mm-hmm.
It makes things much more logical, and there's reasoning behind why you do something or why you don't do something. And after that, I went the same route as Prof. I just watched videos. There were articles, cheat sheets, Reddit forums about what's good, what's not, what's broken. And when you find out what's good before Riot can fix it in the next patch, you go, you abuse it, you just do the same thing again and again and again, keep winning. When the next patch comes, I suggest wait a little while if you want to climb. See
Right.
what people are saying, what's good, what's not. And then when you see it, boom, apply it to your game. This is only going to work, I'm sure, at this level of play. When I go higher up, if everyone knows what's good, then everyone's going to be doing it. So at some point, I'll have to go back to my legs and start falling again and learn how to play the game even better.
Indeed, man. All right, let's talk a little bit about your match today. I know for a fact you were a little bit nervous heading into today's match. It was
Yes.
a knockout match. Of course, only the top two places moving through. Walk us through how that went down today.
So that went, I mean, it went as well as it could possibly go. I mean, I qualified. I didn't come first. I came second, but that's because there's a near challenger level player called Leopard is cracked in my lobby. So
Right.
my lobby making RNG was already messed up over there. I don't know, like everyone's getting bronze, iron, unranked, first time players, and I get this guy who knows the game better than I know my left hand. And I was super nervous because of that, and also the added pressure that Prof had already qualified, and he would taunt me about it for a year, like, and I
100%.
couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. So I was super nervous about that. But yeah, it went good. I knew what the meta was. I followed it. Vanguard Mystics, and uh, it's the win condition for that is the Urgot and Thresh. I did not get
Mhm.
the Thresh. I only got Urgot at 9, and that's why I came second. But overall, yeah, I think it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I qualified.
Yeah,
Can't ask for more.
regardless, congratulations on making it to the round of 64. I know you as well as Prof have had this very close friendship, a very competitive side that has pushed both of you guys. What would it mean if the two of you were to face off in the grand final of this tournament?
See, the amazing thing about TFT, our friendship, and this whole community is that while we are very, very competitive, the reason we help each other out, we stream, we post stuff, we share links, is because we want the community as a whole to get better.
Right.
So if me and him are together in the finals, I mean, there's going to be no one happier than the both of us.
Right.
I feel like whatever the result comes, like I come eighth, he comes first, whatever it is, I think we both will be happy with the achievement of getting there. We both will be happy for each other. I mean, there will always be that
I mean, you're
taunting,
going
whoever
one
comes
person is
higher.
gonna have all the bragging rights, right?
Yeah, one person's going to have more bragging rights than the other. And so that's going to hurt for whoever it is. But at the end of the day, we'll be super proud for each other for sure.
Awesome,
You
man.
know?
Any final shout
One
outs?
spicy.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, no,
yes,
no.
yes.
Before that, please go ahead.
No, I just wanted to let you know, Prof Donger.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, his IGN was not Prof Donger. His IGN was spicy dosa. Okay,
Ooh.
it's too funny. So I just wanted to put it out there that now everybody knows your secret
Well,
spicy dosa.
it's out of the
Adrian.
closet now.
So yeah, hit him up if you want some masala in your games. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, shout out to the whole TFT community. I think there are a lot of people who are not able to participate in this tournament because it was India only, and the community reaches out into Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people from other parts of Southeast Asia, like Singapore and Philippines, also over there. So the community, like a shout out to all of them, and a lot of them are active players and very, very good players. And yeah, I hope there's a what do you call tournament soon where everyone in the community can be there. I mean, yeah. In this one, I was able to qualify. The whole community was there. I'm not too sure though.
All right.
So two sides of the coin.
Two sides of the coin, indeed, man. Well, once again, congratulations on your victory today and qualifying through to the round of 64. All the very best, GrandFather, and hope you make it all the way to the finals and take the title. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure chatting with you, man.
Thanks, man. Same to you.
Likewise. Cheers, man. Bye.
Cheers, peace.
Hey, everyone. I have with me Fuloth. Fuloth, what's up?
Hi, I'm Fuloth and I've been playing League for quite some time, and here I am at the PFG TFT tournament.
Yeah, for people who have not heard of Fuloth, Fuloth in fact is in fact founded, started as well as managed and played a big part of one of the top all girls League of Legends team in India, Galaxy. So could you tell us a little bit about how you got into League of Legends and the journey with Galaxy and your transition to TFT thereafter?
Well, I think I've been playing League for about 6, 7 years. I'm not quite sure. And my brother was the one who introduced me to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And for after I think 3, 4 years, I've played with a lot of mixed team, and I was playing with one of my friend, Apollonia. Back then, she was in Singapore, and we were playing together, and she just bounced that idea of, hey, why don't you form an all-girls team in India? And it's always exciting for me to find new girls who want to learn the game and want to play together as well. So I just started finding girls, reaching out in the community, you know, messaging all the girls who are interested, and the people who were they responded with yes, and then just sort of got together, and it was more like just girls getting excited to see, okay, there is someone other girl as well who's playing the game, and
Right.
it'll be cool to play together. So that's how we just formed the team, and it was more like just five friends. Eventually, all of us bonded really well, and it was just like five friends are playing together, and we just forgot it is like a team per se, and we would
Mm-hmm.
just come online, play together, play tournaments together, try to learn in our own way. Everyone's objective was to be better than they were or they are. So like nobody aimed at we want to be the best team in India, or so that was something which I really appreciate all the girls had.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, like, I think 3, 4 years, yeah, that is when I formed Galaxy, and we played few tournaments together, and then that was the journey of Galaxy.
Yeah.
Right now those girls are known as, I think, gems,
Okay.
and they're doing their individual things within the industry. But yeah,
So, how did
that's
you transition from that to picking up TFT and your journey since then?
so last year, Riot released Teamfight Tactics, and back then it was just on PC. And so after playing rank and just try harding, you just don't want to play and you just want to take a break. So TFT started off just because of the same universe. It was quite exciting to see the same character model on sort of a different plane,
Mm-hmm.
and it was quite easy to sort of catch up as well, because from coming actually there was nothing that was relevant in terms of mechanics from League till TFT, to TFT. It's two different game but same universe. But just because most of the League fans, they're so attached to the League universe, they enjoy TFT as well, and the character interaction. And then for funsies, everyone, obviously the new games here, everyone is trying to see, okay, how it is, and trying their things. And I started enjoying TFT. So I played set one, then set two I didn't play at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then this year when they got launched on mobile, that was pretty exciting, because that is one game that you can play conveniently while traveling, or you don't have to carry your laptop or PC anywhere. And
I mean,
because yeah.
talking about mobile, I think accessibility plays a huge part. And for a game like TFT, wherein it can range from a very casual gamer all the way to someone who wants to take it up professionally, and having accessibility on mobile, I think, plays a huge part to be able to reach out to a lot more gamers out there.
Yeah, I mean, so that was one aspect. Plus, for TFT, you're only relying on yourself. You don't have to
Yeah.
rely on your four other members, and it's just you. And um, I just started playing and enjoying it. Like there are moments where you like it's up to you for TFT how casual you wanna be. You can go and get all creative with your comms. So you are not looking to win, but you would probably just go, I don't know, three spear of Sojourn on Darius and just dunking all over the board, or you can go for full try hard mode
Yeah.
where I have a lot of respect for people who put in that much amount of time and thought to TFT, because I am on sort of a casual side.
Mm-hmm.
So like the amount of time, and you have to look at everyone's board and you have to decide your comp transition and all those things. So I my brain cells can't handle that. I am a
I
casual.
mean, TFT is a game that I think that the masses can enjoy primarily for that reason. You decide how competitive you want to be, whether
Yeah,
you want to play it casually,
yeah.
whether you want to just dab in semi-pro maybe into a few tournaments, or you're looking to, start the ranked grind and eventually reach that pinnacle.
Yeah, I mean, then I am pretty sure most of the people have talked about it. We have like these communities as well where, South Asian players, they come in and they get all creative or all
Yep.
competitive, depends upon their group, and they come together and they play. So that has been also sort of a motivating factor, even for me. Like, you know, I don't have to commit that much as to other game. I can just come on and off in TFT, and I have those interesting people around e- to either they'll just give me a few tips, and I can just go in game and get creative, or I can go in game and try hard.
Yep.
So that transition, yeah, has been pretty like fun, to be honest. I enjoy TFT, but I don't play that much though.
That's okay, but you did get to play earlier today in your round of 256 match. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, honestly, so the new patch I haven't played. So just in the morning, I'm like, hey, yeah, my match is today for Paytm First Game. Guys, give me some tips. Some of my friend, they told me, okay, go for uh, Mystic Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, just give me a few tips, items, and main champ. So for TFT, just a bit going a bit, a few steps back. If you know like the basic mechanics of the game, it's not difficult for you to take a break and come back in the game and just maybe talk to one of your try hard friend what's happening. They'll just give you 2 3 statements: this com, this champ, these items, and you can go in game. Rest you
Yep.
know how to do. So I was like, okay, is this a broken uh, comp? Okay, fine, let's go. So I tried that comp in the morning. I was in top 4. I'm like, okay, this seems pretty nice. Then uh, honestly, I was lucky enough to even get those champs and get those items at the right time, and my just comp fell into places.
Right.
So that was pretty easy. Spot one, I guess.
Easy first place, easy round of 64, but there the competition is going to get a lot more harder.
Yeah, I think now for next round, yeah, definitely because everyone. This is the comp that everyone is playing now. I really have to put in thought and get a bit creative and try and find a counter to proceed further.
Yep.
But baby steps.
Baby
As of now,
steps.
yeah.
I mean, you still have the entire day tomorrow to prep up and kind of come up with a new strategy or refine your current strategy before you go up in your round of 64 matches. Any final shout outs?
Um, yes. So I really wanna give a shout out to Anurag for threatening me for this interview. And yeah, and thank you actually. You have been so like, you just made me so comfortable this entire conversation. So like I really appreciate it. And thank you, Paytm, to be honest, for letting me have this, be part of this tournament and making me come back to the game.
Was a pleasure talking to you, Fuloth. All the very best for your next round. Congratulations on your win today. Hopefully, we get to catch up soon.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the players today who qualified to round 2. Matches for day 3 will take place 6 p.m. onwards on 19 June 2020. You can check your respective match timings at m.paytm.me/tft. For any queries, reach us on our Discord channel. Good luck, have fun.